Welcome to the podcast. Tonight, we enter one of the oldest and most mysterious cities in the world. A city filled with history. A city filled with stories. A city where the past never feels very far away. Tonight, we are walking through the ghosts of London. London is more than a modern capital city filled with buses, lights, and busy streets. Beneath its modern life lies centuries of hidden history. Ancient streets, forgotten buildings, silent tunnels beneath the earth, towers, churches, bridges, and narrow alleyways where mysterious events once happened. For hundreds of years, London has been a city of legends. People have reported hearing footsteps in empty corridors, seeing shadows where no one stands, hearing whispers in silent underground stations late at night. Some say London is one of the most haunted cities in the world. Whether these stories are real or only imagination, they continue to fascinate people across generations. Tonight, we will slowly walk through some of London's most famous ghost stories. Through ancient towers, dark underground tunnels, historic theatres, hidden streets, forgotten prisons, and mysterious places where history still seems alive. So dim the lights, relax, and step carefully into the shadows of London. Part 1. Why London feels haunted. London is over 2,000 years old. Few cities in the world have lived through so much history. The city has survived wars, fires, plagues, bombings, political change, royal drama, and countless human stories. Every street holds memory. Every old building carries echoes of another time. Perhaps this is why London feels haunted. Walking through the city late at night can feel strange, especially when the streets are empty. Fog drifts through narrow alleyways. Old lamps cast weak yellow light across wet stones. Ancient buildings stand silently beside modern glass towers. The city feels as if it exists in multiple centuries at once. It is easy to imagine that some parts of London never fully let go of the past. Part 2. The Tower of London. No place in London carries more ghost stories than the Tower of London. For nearly 1,000 years, this fortress has stood beside the River Thames. It has served as a royal palace, prison, execution site, and symbol of power. Many tragic events happened within its stone walls. It is no surprise that people believe spirits remain there. One of the most famous ghost stories is that of Anne Boleyn. The second wife of King Henry VIII was executed at the Tower in 1536. Since then, many visitors and guards have claimed to see her ghost walking silently through the grounds. Some say she appears carrying her own head beneath her arm. Others describe a pale figure dressed in white moving quietly through the chapel. Another famous story involves the two young princes who disappeared inside the tower centuries ago. Some believe their spirits still wander through dark corridors. Guards have reported hearing children whispering at night. Some have even claimed to see two small figures dressed in white near ancient staircases. The tower remains deeply unsettling after dark. Its heavy stone walls seem to hold memory itself. Part 3. The Ghost Stations of the Underground. Beneath London lies another hidden world. The underground. Millions of people travel through it every day. But beneath the active stations are forgotten tunnels and abandoned platforms. Silent spaces hidden beneath the city. Some of these places are believed to be haunted. One of the most famous ghost stories comes from Covent Garden Station. Staff members have reported seeing a tall, pale figure dressed in old-fashioned clothing wandering the platforms late at night. The figure disappears without sound. Some believe it is the ghost of an actor murdered nearby centuries ago. At Aldwych, one of London's abandoned stations, workers have described hearing footsteps echoing through empty tunnels. Others have reported doors opening on their own. Late at night, these underground spaces feel eerie. The silence feels unnatural. Every sound echoes endlessly. Every shadow seems alive. Part 4. The Theatre Ghosts of the West End. London's West End is famous for theatre. Bright lights, music, applause. But many old theatres carry ghost stories of their own. At the Theatre Royal on Drury Lane, one ghost has become legendary. Known as the Man in Grey, he is said to appear wearing old-fashioned clothing and a tricorn hat. Actors have reported seeing him silently crossing the stage before vanishing into the wall. Strangely, many believe his appearance brings good luck to productions. Some actors feel comforted when they see him. Other theaters report mysterious footsteps, moving curtains, unexplained whispers, and lights turning on by themselves after midnight. Perhaps old theaters remember every performance, every actor, every story ever told there. Part 5. The Ghost of the River Thames. The River Thames has witnessed London's entire history. For centuries, it carried merchants, travellers, prisoners, and secrets. Many tragic events unfolded along its dark waters. Some say the river remembers. There are stories of ghostly figures appearing along the riverbanks at night. Silent shapes dressed in historical clothing staring across the black water. Some vanish when approached, others are seen only briefly reflected in the water before disappearing completely. On foggy nights, the Thames feels especially mysterious. The city lights glow dimly through mist. The water moves quietly beneath old bridges. Every sound seems distant and strange. Part 6. Jack the Ripper's Shadow. No discussion of London's ghosts would be complete without mentioning Jack the Ripper. In 1888, a series of brutal murders shocked London's East End. The identity of the killer was never discovered. The mystery remains unsolved even today. Some people claim that the streets of Whitechapel still carry his shadow. Visitors walking through the area at night often describe an unsettling atmosphere. Narrow streets and old brick buildings create an eerie sense of history. Some tour guides tell stories of unexplained footsteps following visitors through empty alleys. Others speak of cold spots and sudden silence where none should exist. Whether real or imagined, the mystery of Jack the Ripper continues haunting London's memory. Part 7. Highgate Cemetery. Highgate Cemetery is one of London's most hauntingly beautiful places. Old stone paths wind through ancient graves and towering trees. Ivy covers forgotten monuments. Statues stand silently beneath the moonlight. The cemetery feels peaceful during the day, but at night, it feels entirely different. For generations, stories have circulated about mysterious figures seen moving among the graves. Some visitors describe seeing a tall, dark shape watching silently from the shadows. Others report hearing whispers carried by the wind. The silence there feels deep and heavy, as though time itself has stopped. Part 8. London after midnight. After midnight, London changes. The busy city grows quiet. Streets empty. Traffic fades. The city breathes differently. This is when ghost stories feel most believable. Walking through silent streets beneath old lamps, it becomes easy to imagine unseen footsteps behind you. Reflections move strangely in dark windows. Fog drifts through narrow alleys. Shadows stretch across ancient stone. London after midnight feels suspended between worlds. Between past and present. Between memory and imagination. Part 9. Why ghost stories stay alive. Perhaps ghost stories survive because they connect us to history. They remind us that cities are built from human lives. From joy and sorrow, hope and tragedy. London's ghost stories are really stories about memory. About the past refusing to disappear completely. Whether we believe in ghosts or not, these stories invite us to slow down and listen to history. Our journey through the haunted shadows of London now comes to an end. From the Tower of London, to underground tunnels, ancient theatres, forgotten cemeteries, and silent streets after midnight, we have explored the mysterious side of one of the world's oldest cities. Perhaps London's ghosts are real, or perhaps they live only in memory, imagination, and history. But one thing is certain, London never truly forgets its past. Thank you for joining me on this mysterious journey tonight. I hope this episode helped you relax, improve your English, and experience the haunting beauty of London's hidden stories. Sleep well, and if you hear footsteps in the night, perhaps London is still whispering.